Hi everybody, thanks again for stopping by. This is Kathy from Beads, Boxes, and Beyond. And today I'm bringing you another journal that I've completed that I will be listing or will be listed in my Etsy shop. The link will be in the description below if you're interested. Flip-throughs on my video channel is mainly for people who are shopping in my Etsy shop. You're limited to 10 pictures, which to me is not enough. So I include a link to my videos. So if you're really interested, you can actually see more of what's inside of the journal. So let's get into it right now. This journal here is basically about chivalry, knights in shining armor, Queen Elizabeth, the Renaissance period, anything like that. I kind of bobbled it all together into one journal. So it's a hardcover journal. It's got a soft spine, leather spine. I call it a soft leather spine so that way when you are actually writing in here, it does lie flat. I like my journals to lie flat, so whether you're right-handed or left-handed, it's easy to write on the pages. The leather spine, I included this bit of a shield. It was a pin, I believe, fashion jewelry piece that I thought would be appropriate for this. We have some brads along the spine here, and we have a picture of Richard the Lion, I believe is Richard the Lionheart, and I've added this nice little sword on the front cover. So inside, let's take a peek. Beautiful paper, and a lot of these things I got from other books. I've collected things from items that were falling apart and fussy cut some of the illustrations to add to the pages. But I have a lot of pages throughout my journals for you to write on. I make my journals to be functional. So this is just a quick flip through of what you can see on some of the pages of what I have available. Like I said, we have some little cutouts here and there, different kinds of paper. And this I really like. Chivalry and respect are as natural to a gentleman as breathing. They should not require effort. And it's just a little tuck spot that I put a couple of pieces of paper in here for additional journaling on. But of course, you can tuck anything you want in any of these pockets, in any of these spots. This is an old vintage illustration from a children's book. And this one right here. When a woman rises, a gentleman also rises and stands till she leaves. That's by Emily Post. I really like that. And then we have a little pocket thing going on here. We just have a couple of pockets. We got Queen Elizabeth, and there's some writing, for you to journal on. Queen Elizabeth. And this was just a queen playing card, and I backed it so you can write on it. And this is a nice little illustration back here. I thought that was, there we go, pocket there. And then here we got a little pock out. And this is a little blurb about Henry V. And you can write on the back too. And on this side, we have this illustration. It's a cartoonish looking king. I'm not sure where I got that from. And it's just a tuck spot. I have a postcard here of a castle in Canada, and it is postmarked 1950. Part of my journaling, I like to make everything as vintage as possible and authentic. So there will be, in a lot of my journals, original vintage postcards and letters and letterheads and things like this. This is an illustration that came out of a book. Very brittle, very vintage, but you could write on it if you'd like. And that just gets tucked in there. We have music paper that's been coffee stained for age. Like I said, a lot of blank pages throughout. I had a collection of some of these stamps that I got at the antique store that I've added on some of the pages. This is from a calligraphy workbook with different kinds of fonts in it. Just beautiful, beautiful works, fussy cut pieces. Some more blank pages, just a mixture of pages. And we come to another section with pockets. And this tuck spot, the background has this knight, it's about training, weapons, armor, and an illustration from, I think, a Robin Hood story. And inside this pocket, we just have a picture of a castle. This could be used very easily as a bookmark if you wanted. This right here, I'm not sure who this person is. Oops, sorry, cut his head off. But it's appropriate for this journal, I felt. And then, of course, we have a jack of clubs. I'll just stick that in there. And then on this side, we have a pocket tuck spot right here. We've got an illustration of a castle, and we've got another knight right here with a description. It tucks right in there, and this flips out for some more writing surface. And we have a picture here of a knight with this little boy in his saddle with him. This pulls out, and we have just this card here that you can jot some notes on too, and add more things inside the pocket if you want. Then we have a section of some more just blank pages to write on. We come to this part here. This is an illustration. It says, "He saw her and wept not greatly, but sighed." Of course, that's from like Sleeping Beauty. And where we have a card inside with this soldier, and of course the back has writing surface for you to write on, and that tucks in this pocket right here. On this side here, have a beautiful illustration from a children's book, a nice big shield, and inside this pocket shield we have this illustration, which comes from the colonial times, but it is sword fighting, and I just really got into that. Used to fence when I was in college, so I really like that. Oops, come on. We have another postcard, the famous castle. And I just really like that. Then we have, like, again, we have a section of just pages to write on. This happens to be from a shorthand workbook, so it has just some samples of some shorthand. It just adds some interest to the book pages, I think. Here we come to another tuck spot with pockets. Here is an illustration of an army out on near the edge of what looks like a riverbank. And in here we have what you could use as a bookmark, if you'd like. It's nice and long. And we have another illustration back here. We also have this illustration, and you can jot some journaling on the back of that card too. On this side here, we have Queen Eleanor, and it's just a little tuck spot. And inside the tuck spot, we have another postcard from a different country. Looks like, I don't know, Germany, Denmark. It is postmarked, but I can't see a date on it. But it's all in another language. Beautiful penmanship, isn't that? And it was all done in pencil. So that's a vintage postcard. This is a vintage illustration from the same, like the other illustrations you saw in here, from the same children's book. They were just kind of tacked into the book. The book was pretty brittle, so I saved some of the illustrations that I love the coloring on these and the softness of the picture. So this you could very easily use to jot some notes on. You could turn this into a card if you wanted to, or write a special letter on it. It's for you. And then, of course, no journal you can get by without putting in some of your primary school, elementary school writing tablet. It brings back those early days of penmanship. And of course, we've got another section here of just, you know, pages to write on. It looks like, you know, I've put in a couple of little fussy cut pieces, and we come to the end. And on the end we have this soldier, and it says end of the race, which is the end of the book. And we have some more really beautiful paper in the back. So that's it. The cover has a beautiful script to it on the background. And this is one of my favorite subjects I really like collecting for. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this. And I hope you take a visit in my Etsy shop. So I thank you very much for stopping in. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.